Hey everyone, Kylene again. As most of you know, I'm Kylene, but for those who don't, I'm Kylene, and I'm the Silver Premier Leader of teamWISH, and I'm going live in here just while I'm getting ready. So Tuesday nights are my date night with my husband. We go out every single Tuesday. Part of my transformation this last year since joining Posh has been making relationships more of a priority, especially with my husband and my kids. And so we do date nights every Tuesday night, and got my flat iron heated up and I'm gonna get ready, but I wanted to go live in here too while I'm doing that for a couple of reasons. We're doing a 48-hour pass right now so that people who maybe want to just check out Posh a little bit more can get a feel for what we do on a daily basis and who's on our team and how it all works. And so we have all of the business information available in the photo albums and in the files and the pinned post and that kind of stuff. And then you also can get a feel for our community and all of the teammates and how we work together and collaborate and all of that. You'll get a feel for that too while you hang out with us. One thing you'll learn about me as you hang out in here over the next couple days is that we are pretty chill. Like, we're pretty close-knit, casual. We like to hang out and just talk to each other as friends, and we have a couple of chats that we hang out in, and we talk to each other all the time. And so I like to multitask. I'm very busy, as I'm sure you are, most people are. And so I like to take advantage of my time and do a couple things at once. Hey, Melissa. I see Chrissy too. Hey, girls. And so while we are a very high performance, pedal to the metal kind of team, and in the big Posh world, we're very successful, and we've been noticed by home office and everyone else because we're rock stars. We're an awesome team. But so while we do obviously work really hard and focus on the business side of things, we also just have a great time together, and we're really fun. And like this, I'm going live while I'm doing my hair. It's almost heated up because we're real too. So I think that's something you'll learn about our culture as a group, and then also just Posh as a whole, as a company. And so I want you to take advantage of all the resources that we have available as far as, you know, pay plan and how-tos and things like that. But I also just want you to see us and get to know us and hang out with us. So I'm just going to talk to you while I'm getting ready, and it's looking heated up. So basically I want to do a Q&A. So for those of you who are checking out Posh, or even those of you who maybe have just joined and have questions about Posh and how some of the specific things work, I'm here to answer those kinds of questions. But I also just want to share with you a little bit about me and how this whole thing started. And I want to share, I want to hear about you. I want you to share about you and how you started. So for those of you that are on, I see there's 3 people on. If you're already on teamWISH, like Melissa and Chrissy, I know you are. There's someone else, but it's not telling me who you are. Do you mind sharing in the comments when you joined Posh and kind of your story? Like, why did you join Posh? Why have you stuck with Posh? What do you love about this company? I don't know. Just kind of share a little bit. Maybe what do you wish you would have known when you were checking it out for the first time? I don't know. There are a lot of things I wish I would have known ahead of time, because I just kind of jumped right in, and it was not like a thought out, planned decision, because I wasn't planning to work the business. So I guess I'll talk about that, talk about how I got started, and just how I got into this whole Posh thing to begin with. So for those who don't know me, I am a mom of 3 small kids. I had 3 kids in 3 years. And so I have young kids, and they're very active. I have 2 boys and a girl, and they are now 3, 5, and 7. And so we're very busy just on that front, and we homeschool. So I like being able to be home with my family and with my kids. And that is obviously pretty important to me, but I also really value owning my own business and working with women specifically. I was a counselor and then I was a doula. And so a doula is a childbirth professional. I offered prenatal and birth and postpartum support to women and their families. And so helping women and inspiring women has always been my passion. I'm going to come back and read your stories too in a minute. And so I have always loved that. And even as a doula, I worked as a mentor. I had a mentorship program where I would help newer doulas or, doulas who were establishing their businesses for the first time. I helped them do that. And so I did branding consultation and website setup and marketing material design and business planning consults. And so I've always loved being able to help women start businesses too. I'm really passionate about helping women who want to be able to be financially secure and successful doing what they love to do. And so I get to do that with Posh now too, which has been probably the coolest part of this whole process for me, is that on the customer side of things, I get to help women take care of themselves and make themselves a priority and know how awesome they are, and everything that I love about supporting women, I get to do on the customer side. And then on the business side, I get to help everyone in here start businesses, and I get to provide training and mentorship and coaching and tools and boot camps and all kinds of stuff like that to get to fulfill that portion of my passion as well. And so for me, that's what inspires me and drives me and keeps me going. I love seeing women succeed however they see that success. And so that's super exciting and fun for me. But I never planned on doing Posh or anything like it. I honestly, if we're being real, which I always am, you'll learn that, good or bad, I'm always very honest and very real. But one of these confessions, I guess I'll say, is that I had a very strong aversion to direct sales. I am not someone who, I'm not a salesperson. I am a mom and a wife and a doula and a counselor. I am not one of those gross, slimy salespeople. And so I had serious concerns about direct sales as an industry and not wanting to be pushy. And so I certainly never imagined being successful with a direct sales company. And I think one of the things that's made it possible is that Posh is so different from other direct sales companies, and it's made it where I don't have to push. I don't have to be pushy and gross. I don't have to be anything other than who I am, and I'm still able to be successful. Hey, Stephanie and Kim, you're not either. Yeah, what I have discovered is that especially with Posh tends to attract women who are just real women, and they're not out there trying to push sales and cold call people. That's just not who we are as a company. And I align with that approach much better than those hard, pushy sales. That is just not me. And so I really appreciate that it's not Posh either. We are not that. And so if you're looking for some super intense, high pressure sales environment, this may not be it for you. We are fun and caring and relational, and it's not about hard sales and pushing people. That's just not what we are or who we are, and I love that. That fits me a lot more. But at the same time, even though we're not pushy, gross salespeople, we are very successful businesswomen. And to share my Posh journey with you, I joined Posh just for a discount. and to get a really big box of Posh because I had gotten a couple orders and I had loved everything. And my goal with Posh was never to have a business. My goal was to save some money and get a lot of product. And I did not even start really selling right away because that wasn't my goal. But the more I got to know Posh, the more I tried the products, the more I did fall in love with not just the products, but the mission of this company, which is to uplift and inspire and encircle and empower women. And anyone who knows me in my life knows that that is my life mission, pretty much summed up. So to find a company who shares that mission, it was a good fit. And I noticed that I had started getting a couple sales. I had a couple people that joined just for the kit because they saw how much you got for it. And they're like, hey, I'll do that. And the funny thing is, most of those people who signed on as kidnappers, just like me, are still around and are top performers in this company now. But very quickly, I realized that I could make some money with this. At the time, I was transitioning out of doula work. I had been a doula most of my adult life. I love that work. I still do. But because of some medical issues, I was diagnosed with a medical condition. And at the time, doctors had told me that I had a couple of years to live, if that. And so I should get my affairs in order and I should spend time making memories with my family. And that is where I was at this time last year. I was transitioning out of doula work because I physically couldn't handle it anymore. And I was spending time with my family as my doctors had advised me. And so I was doing Posh, but really what got me is that I was trying to take care of myself a little bit more because the diagnosis really shook me and I wanted to live my best life for however long I had. And as I began to take care of myself a little bit more, it wasn't even just me who noticed it. Like my husband noticed, my confidence had increased and I was feeling better. As you can imagine, I had hit a depression with this diagnosis and looking at my kids and knowing I wouldn't be alive to see them graduate high school and losing my career that I was so passionate about. That was my identity. Being a doula was my identity. And so to lose that, I was in a very weird, bad place in my life. And as I was using Posh more and reconnecting with myself more, everybody was noticing a change in me, a positive change in me. And I just over the year, or like the last year almost, I haven't even been with Posh a full year, but over the year, my confidence just shot through the roof and I realized I had found something that I could be really good at and that really fulfilled me and made me excited to get up every day and getting to meet all of these new women. Again, I'm not someone who has had really strong female relationships. I grew up in the military, and so I didn't have any long-lasting relationships in general, but especially not with women. I always kind of related to men a little bit more because I'm a very direct person, and that doesn't always go over well with people. And I have since learned to curb a little bit of that, but I'm still very direct. You'll learn that if you hang out with teamWISH for very long. But I've learned how to harness it. And in this environment, I've learned that it actually is something that has helped me be very successful with this. And you guys are so sweet. I see some of these comments. You guys are awesome. I never imagined having a story like this, Naomi, so it's pretty incredible. When I finally decided to commit to Posh full-time, I did a boot camp that one of our uplines was doing, and I added a bunch of new teammates. And because of that boot camp, I ended up promoting to Premier, which is a pretty high rank in this company. And I promoted to Premier in 64 days. So 64 days from the date that I joined Posh. And I didn't start working Posh right away. So really it was more like in a month or a month and a half I hit Premier. And the next month I hit Silver Premier. Now Silver Premier is just 2 steps away from the highest rank in the company for those who aren't familiar with our pay plan. So that's a big deal. And I did that on my 100th day as a consultant. And when I did that, I secured a spot in the Italy incentive. So Posh does incentives periodically that involve international trips. And it is crazy, I know. And so I earned a spot to Italy, not just for myself, but also for myself and a guest. So I took my husband, and this summer we went to Italy together, thanks to Posh. So I began within 3 months making a full-time income, earning the trips, earning thousands of dollars in prizes and gifts. I'm a little nervous for my tax return. Like when they issue that 1099 in January, I'm a little concerned because I did not anticipate this being a business. I didn't set it up as a business in the beginning. And so I've been playing catch up. And thankfully, because of my business background, because I have some skills that have been very helpful for this business, I've been able to maintain, despite the fact that we went at a very unusual pace as a team. And so I've been able to create a business very quickly from something that I never intended to be a business. And I can now support my family if something were to happen to my husband. And right as I was earning the Italy trip, actually, my genetic testing came back and I found out I'm not dying either. And so I went from this time last year, I went from being told you're gonna die and spend time with my kids to this year, I'm not dying. I do still have a different kind, like a different type of this medical condition, and that it's incurable, no real treatment, and it causes a lot of medical issues still. But I'm not dying imminently. I mean, no more than anybody else. And so I went from last year thinking I was dying, losing my career, being completely lost and depressed, not knowing what I'm supposed to do with my life other than create memories with my kids, to now where I'm living a life I never imagined I could live. And I'm going to Costa Rica in January. I'm traveling around, again, as an incentive trip. I earned a spot in the incentive again. And I get to work with hundreds of women on our team every day to achieve their dreams too. And it's the coolest, most rewarding thing to get to watch women who came into this either not even wanting a business or wanting a business but thinking they can't really do that. Like looking at my journey and going, well, I couldn't do that. And then discovering, wow, I can do that. Like you guys can do that. All of you can. I didn't do anything special except that I have specific systems and tools that I used. And so the great thing about that is that I get to pass that on to you guys. So you all get to benefit from that. And I love being able to train you guys. I love being able to share what I know with you guys. And Posh as a company has incredible free training resources and opportunities to grow professionally and personally. And so if your goal is a business, this is a very, very viable option. And we have a lot of freedom in Perfectly Posh that other people don't have in other companies. And so I think that that really sets up those of us who do want a serious business of this. We have a lot of opportunity in this company that I haven't found in other companies, which is encouraging and exciting. And for those that maybe aren't interested in a full-time business, we have hundreds of people on this team who also do this just as a part-time, just to make a couple extra $100 every month for soccer or shopping. We like shopping in this group. Or just anything, like whatever your goals are, this company is perfect for it. And I've been really blessed and excited to do this. We have people on our company that use this as a way to give back to charities that they care about or charities that their customers care about. We just really have opportunities that aren't available in other companies or, on your own. Because for me and my husband, we have big dreams and big visions for community projects that take money. And we didn't have money. When I started Posh, we were broke. We had barely climbed out of a hole. My last pregnancy, I was in and out of the hospital the whole time. We had been bankrupt from a couple years before. We were living in a 2-bedroom apartment. no money to our name. People at church were paying our rent and keeping our electric on. And like, this story is a little bit embarrassing, but we hit a point during that year, during my pregnancy, because we lost everything, where, you know, we had pride. We didn't want to be asking people for help. And I got home from the hospital, and 2 weeks later, our gas was shut off to our apartment. And it was a $40 gas bill, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you have no money, that's a lot of money. And we couldn't pay our gas bill that month. And so they shut it off. And it was going to be $70 to reconnect it and pay the bill. And we didn't have $70 to spend on even gas. And so I remember heating up. We all slept in the same room, in the same bed, to stay warmer. I mean, thankfully we're in Arizona, so it didn't get too cold at night, but it was November, so it was chilly. And we were heating up water on a camping stove and a coffee maker, because we still had electric. And we were carrying buckets of water to the bathtub to be able to give our then 2- and 3-year-old sons a bath at night. And it was a low, like that was a low for us. We could not pay our bills, and we were heating up water on a camping stove and in a coffee pot just to get warm water to bathe our kids. Like, of course, that's not like I was homeless. We weren't homeless. We didn't have we had food in the refrigerator, but that was a low. It was a low for us. It was a huge time of stress and struggle. And to think back, that was not that long ago. That was 3-4 years ago. And now we're living in our dream house that we bought this summer right after we got back from a trip to Italy. We have 2 new cars sitting in the driveway, and we don't have to worry about that anymore. We don't have to worry about not being able to pay a $40 gas bill. And that is life-changing. That's such a huge blessing for us to not have to worry about basic needs being met. And now we get to enjoy life. We get to give back in the ways that people gave to us when we needed it. And that's why we do it. That's why we do this, is because there's something bigger that we get to do as a result of it. And so that's kind of my story. That's how I'm here. Like, I went from losing everything to having everything that I could possibly imagine and more. And the relationships that I've been able to develop with the women in this team, total unexpected blessing, because I did not anticipate that. I didn't come into this with that as a goal or a focus, but these women have become my second family. We've seen each other through everything in this group, and that community has been such a blessing to me. I'm going to go back up really quick and read a couple of these because I saw some people commented. So Melissa Johnson, I jumped right into. I wish I had known that the 99 starter kit was really enough to get started and not gone out and bought a bunch of stuff. But I'm really glad I have. Oh, let me see. But really wasn't necessary. Yeah, so that's really true too. Our starter kit is $99, and it comes with literally everything you need to start a business. Now, if you want to go and buy some inventory or buy more stuff to make samples or buy more cards to hand out or whatever, you can. Posh, if you do the Prep Academy, the Quick Start program, you're going to get labels and you're going to get business cards. You're going to get a car cling. You don't need to buy this stuff because Posh gives it to you for free as rewards for building your business. And in the kit itself, you get full-size product, you get pre-made samples, and then you get supplies to make samples. Plus you get order forms and flyers and brochures and everything you need. So literally $100, and you can have a brand new career just like I do. It's amazing. Startup costs and cost of entry into this business is next to nothing, especially compared to other businesses what you'd have to invest in order to start one up. Chrissy, I joined on April 26, 2016. I joined as a kidnapper. I wanted something to do in the time between finishing college and finding my dream job. I still haven't found that job, so I'm working my Posh business. Since starting my Posh business, I found great friendships, and the wonderful ladies in our teamWISH have become family to me. through watching what goes on in the team and doing the challenges Kylene has put together for us, I've grown as a person and I've found who I am and what my purpose in life is. I absolutely love what I do and now realize that what I'm doing now is my dream job. My why is I want you to realize that you're important because we often become so busy that we forget about ourselves. In order for us to take care of our responsibilities to the best of our ability, we need to take time to pamper ourselves. Remember, you deserve it. Chrissy, I just have to shout out just for a second in here because Chrissy's one of those people that I mentioned earlier that did not start this with the intention of having a business. She didn't really even have the confidence to make it a business, and she has transformed. The woman who joined this team, and I didn't sign Chrissy, she's not even directly under me, but I've gotten to know her because she's participated in the challenges. She's participating in all of the incentives I put together and the activities and things in here. She's done it. And now she has a business. She's making some money, but more importantly, seeing the transformation in Chrissy from day one to now, she is this strong, powerful, confident woman. And one of these days, I want Chrissy to come in here and do a video like this and share her story because I cry every time I think about it. It is such a powerful, powerful story of a woman who similarly lost everything and in more ways than I did. And yet she's here and she's doing this with no excuses, just owning who she is unapologetically and doing it. And that is what this is all about. All the money is awesome. All of the opportunities, awesome. But figuring out who you are in the process of all of this and making such amazing relationships, that is everything. That's why I do what I do. So excited for you, Chrissy. Seriously. So excited. So yeah, Jana, Posh is such an awesome company. I can't say enough about it. So did you guys have any questions? I know I just wanted to share a little bit about my background, a little bit about, what we do here in teamWISH. Posh is a great company, and just overall as a whole, Posh is a fabulous company. And they have a lot of charitable arms as well, giving back to women and military organizations. And I love that they do all of that. But our products are just fabulous. I mean, I joke, but if you like Lush, you will love Posh. We're the best of the best in products, and especially at the price points we're at. Very affordable, high quality products. So it's a brand I feel good about. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't feel good about the company as a whole. That's really important to me. And I know that they value us as consultants. I know they value the customer. I know that they put extreme thought into our products and the ingredients, where they source their ingredients, the process of developing those products. They really, really care about those things, and that's a company I can stand behind. But their comp plan is also very, very generous and is really set up to set a strong foundation for those who do want to make some money at this. This is not a get rich quick or get bonuses for signing people on kind of a situation. We are not a pyramid. We don't even really fall in a network marketing setup or a party plan setup or anything like that. We're much more similar to a franchise system where we own our own businesses. We have a lot of freedom to do whatever we want to do with our own personal branding and how we sell products and market products. And we have way more flexibility and freedom. We don't have a compliance department that we have to send our graphics to ahead of time. We don't have any of that because Posh really supports us in owning our own businesses. And so that has been something that I've been very impressed with as a company as well, because I'm not an in-the-box kind of person. I kind of like to be able to own my own company and do my own thing. And I get all the benefits of being able to do that, but I also get all the benefits of being with a company who already has fabulous product development, already has amazing packaging and branding, already has fabulous web presence and social media presence, all the training resources and material resources. it's like the best of both worlds. You get to start your own company and you get to be within a company that gives you all of what you need on a platter. So it's pretty awesome. I like it a lot. But any questions you have about our company or about me as the leader of this team, I'm happy to answer that for you. I just heard my husband come in, which means it's almost time for date night. I have to go get dressed. We're gonna go see Sound of Music on Broadway in Tucson today, so I'm excited. I'm gonna be singing show tunes or singing Sound of Music for the next several days, I'm sure. But I haven't been out of the house yet today, which is actually a reason why I love Posh, because I didn't have feeling in my right leg most of today, and I had severe pain in my hips and low back, and so I actually had to cancel other plans today because I couldn't go out and do anything. But I could work and I could make money because I'm with a company that I can build a network and I can share my passions and I can live out, my mission in life from my bed. Like, where else can you do that? What other opportunity gives you that? Where you can have a chronic medical condition that doesn't allow you to even get out of bed, and yet you can still make some money and meet some amazing people. I'm just so blessed. I'm always saying how grateful I am, but I really am. And so for those of you who are checking out Posh and just seeing if this is for you, take a look around, ask questions, talk to people. We're happy to answer it. It's not for everybody, but it is for most people because of all the companies I've ever seen or had contact with or been signed on with. This company really is very, very open to us doing our business our way, on our terms, how we want to do it, but also giving us all of the tools and resources that we would need to be able to make that happen and be successful. So I want to help you do whatever you want to do and whatever your goals are with this. And as you can see by the comments on here, we have such an amazing supportive group of women that would want to be there too with you. So I hope that I'll get to know you. If you are just checking out Posh and checking out teamWISH, I truly believe our team is the best team in this entire company. Just saying, I know I'm a little biased, but we have the best upline. Our upline premieres are phenomenal, like phenomenal. And we just have such an amazing culture and team in here. So if you know that you love the products, if you know that you want to start a business, if you know that Posh is the business you want to start, this team, you could not have picked a better team. We are a fabulous, fabulous team. And I would like to know more about you. So if you are new and just checking stuff out, or if you're a newer teamWISH member and I haven't had a chance to talk to you one-on-one yet, please shoot me a PM, comment on this video. Tell me a little bit about yourself. I want to know you. So tell me, like, who are you? Who do you love? Who do you spend your time with? What do you do for a living? What do you do for fun? Like, I just want to know you. So if you could comment below, I would really appreciate it, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. Bye.